Oh, rats. It's 9:01, that means the doors on the Goodwill have opened and my nemesis is already there. She's got her sanitized hands all over the depression glass as we speak. Poo, poo, poo.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and I'm getting out of Philadelphia today. We are actually headed to New Jersey for a full day of thrifting. Now, okay, thanks, buddy. Yes, I'm driving and filming, but there's a huge traffic jam, and we're just inching ahead, one little piece by piece. There's some kind of something going on the bridge. Anyway, it's Friday morning. They are still counting those votes at the convention center, which is about 3 blocks from my home, and there's just been so much activity around there. I thought this would be a good day to get out of Philadelphia, just for today, just to do some thrifting. So I'm gonna try to hit my 10 shops in one day. We'll see what we can do, and hopefully I'll have lots of interesting things to show you. Okay, folks, let's go shopping. Okay, the colors today are orange and green. Orange and green. Now, I'm going to film while I'm shopping, and that means I'm going to go pretty fast. $1.99. I'm not so sure. Maybe. All right, obviously here's a nice piece of either, well, this looks like it's going to be Nippon or made in Japan. Same thing, right? Same thing. Hand-painted Nippon. All right, I'm going to put this in the cart. You see, I just grabbed him out of the Christmas department. I'm going to fully examine it when I get to the back of the store, because I got a feeling she's in here somewhere. You know who I'm talking about. Since I'm late. Okay, that's also a Depression era candlestick. It's only one. I really need it to be 2. All right, I'm trying not to make you dizzy, but I'm excited. This is what I do. I love it. Now, this has been here for a while. These aren't that rare. Well, they're not rare at all. Made in Japan, after the war, retirement fund. It is in really good shape. A lot of times these are cold painted and in really bad shape. This one is cute and it's in good shape. I just haven't decided to buy it, and it's been here for a few days. That's no good. I mean, I shouldn't say that's no good. It's just something that I'm not interested in purchasing. Okay, after selling 8,000 pieces of amber glass, I'm done for a while. I won't be restocking my collection of amber glass until after, probably next spring. I'll start picking it up again. Going very quickly through the clear glass, trying to look for my Depression colors or my mid-century colors. Okay, milk glass. We'll come back and look at those in a minute. They've been here for a few days too. Crooksville. Here's a pattern I'm familiar with. I guess you would call these snacks sets or luncheon sets, since there's a place for the cup to sit. Let you see the label. I think this is a maybe 1940s pattern. Let's see here. There's a little blue willow. But this does not look old at all. Oxford, Brazil. So that's going to be within the last 20 years, I would guess. I do like to buy blue willow, but I usually either buy the Japanese from an earlier period or the English. It's a hazel atlas piece. And here's a pretty piece of Nippon. Now this has been here for a few days. That is a absolutely beautiful autumn scene. That is really, really pretty. I haven't decided to buy it because it's $8. I'm sorry, Noritake. $8. That's really not bad for $8. There's no damage on it, and I really should get it. But I keep waiting, thinking it's that, well, no one has picked it up yet. So maybe it'll go on sale, and I'll be able to get it a little bit less than that. Let's see what this is. Big piece of milk glass. With, are they roses on there? I'm not sure. I didn't even look at the price. $8. Oops, did I just chip it? No. $8. Lots of clear glass to be seen. It's the silver plate. Wow, look at all the teapots to choose from. Now some of these are pretty new, as I can tell, you know, and then some have some damage and really aren't all that collectible. This is a nice one, probably from the 1940s or 50s. I'm not sure who made it. I'm still not sure who made it because I can't see under that label, and I'm not going to peel it back. Now that is quintessentially English. English garden there. That looks just like a Maxfield. No, that looks like a, oh, who am I thinking of? Not Parrish. Fox. That looks like an R. Atkinson Fox print from the 1930s. R.A. Fox, R. Atkinson Fox, was born in 1860 and died in 1935. Fox was born in Ontario, Canada in 1860, as I just said. He started painting at a young age and developed into a prolific oil painter through 1935. R.A. Fox went abroad and taught painting in Europe. He returned to Chicago a few years later, and he was proud of his Canadian heritage and never applied for U.S. citizenship. His legacy lives on and is enjoyed by people of all ages. The Fox print you're looking at right now is one of my favorites. I found it about 30 years ago, framed. It's an original, and it has been hanging on the wall in my home ever since. R.A. Fox, very collectible prints. Okay. $2.99. If there's no damage, I have to purchase that. That's really cute. Probably made in England. Alright, that's going to go in the cart for sure. I'll show you him when I get outside. I took a closer look at this piece, and there's no damage on it at all. It is $13, so at $13, that's fine if I'm going to take it home and put it on the shelf. To resell it, there's a little bit of meat left on the bone, and I'm going to have to make a decision. It is beautifully painted. Yeah, let me just continue to think about that for just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little iridescent creamer. Well, now I'm in store number 2, and I want to show you these a mid-century lamp. These are pretty popular right now, but I'm not going to buy this one. It does have some damage on it, and I'm not over the top about the color. And I've actually already sold a few of these, and I have a few in stock. So it's $4, which isn't bad, but there's a screw that's, well, that's not really damaged. It's just a missing screw right there. There are a few minor dents on the shade, but some of these sell very well. Now this one is called Sightmaster. And so that's pretty neat. Yeah, there are a lot of lamps here. A lot of lamps in this section. What is this? General Electric solid state stereo. Oh, this is going to be an old portable. Haha, look at that. Ah, with a Barry Manilow LP sitting on it. It's pretty neat. Probably late 60s, early 70s, something like that. All right, let's go see if there's any glass we can find. Bless their hearts, but this is what I just cannot do. They just wheeled out the fresh cart. And, oh, I don't want them to see me filming. They just wheeled out the fresh cart, and the people just run and grab. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. I can't do it. Okay, it's voiceover time again, because that store that I'm in right now is like a disco club. Music is way too loud. Really neat 1950s picture there, which you saw. Some more anchor hocking bubble. I need another piece of that, like I need a hole in the head. I've got about 500 pieces, and I'm going to be putting them up for sale soon. You see what's in my cart. Actually, what you just saw in my cart, I ended up putting back. And down here inside of this punch bowl, I spied one of these 1930s made in Japan little serving trays, tidbit type trays, and I had a very hard time getting it out of that punch bowl. It was just slipping and sliding away. You can see it was a lot of frustration trying to get it out, but there I did. I actually didn't buy it. It's nice. And the price wasn't bad, but I don't know, I guess I wasn't in the mood, and I put it back. The holes that you see would either have a rattan handle that went through there, or I've even seen ribbon or other types of handles that would be attached to the tray. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot in this particular store. There were a lot of people in it. And I just didn't really seem to find, oh, there's an old modern tone platinite dish by Hazel Atlas. And I'm going to turn it upside down here to show you again that sort of oil slick. You see it in the light. You always see that on the back of platinite. I don't know why. You just do. But I put it down. I really didn't need it. And it doesn't sell for too much. Okay. Let's go out to the car. Oh, I'm going to show you these first. Okay. Well, I think this might be store number 5, but don't worry, I'm going to take you outside in just a few minutes and show you what I bought. Now, I was spying that man right there. You see what he's got in his hands? Ooh, he got there before I did. It was a really nice Abingdon vase, pottery vase, because I crept up on him and peered into his cart. It was upside down, and I saw it. Well, that's okay. Well, I can't always be first, and I shouldn't always be first. Now, this is a really nice sort of upscale thrift shop. And you can see that there are so many Christmas decorations, and which they've just put out. They weren't there the last time that I was in the store, so it was just nice to see the Christmas things out. I'm not ready to do Christmas decorating yet, but it was, I must admit, it felt good to see Christmas out again. I'm going to be ready. In fact, I am ready. How about you? How many of you are already thinking about putting your Christmas tree up this weekend? Oh, that's okay. That's quite all right. Anyway, I don't think... Yes, I did find something in this store. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Which I'm going to show you in just a minute or two. We're not seeing a whole lot here. Whipping that camera around, aren't I? Well, just kind of giving you the flavor. I would have bought that if it had been a Lefton piece. Whoops, where is it? Oh, come on now. There you go. It's not Lefton Hollyberry. Turns out it was Atlantic mold homemade ceramic, which is fine. It was just, I just decided not to. Okay, let's see what's on the pottery shelf, I think. Let's see, now over here, this is restaurant ware. I've got a mug and saucer that match this pattern, but I didn't really want to start collecting big place settings of restaurant ware. You know, I only collect the cup and the saucer. I thought this was pretty. Purdy. I don't know what flower that is. What does it say? Embassy USA? I guess that's what it says. It was pretty china. And then in this area, there were several pieces of depression glass. This was nice as well. But again, I have to remind myself I'm not a replacements service made in Germany. And I'm doing a voiceover again because music was pretty loud in this store as well. Down here, none of this was that outstanding. Some of the pink you see in is reproduction, as well as the blue, and the green really wasn't depression. Not all of it. A few pieces were, but some of it is that 1960s stuff you see there that I just panned away from. So I didn't buy anything from that section. This was a really pretty, I think, Bavarian set, or maybe it's Germany. I can't remember. I guess I'll turn it over in a second. It might say Bavaria. And it is lusterware. You saw this sugar bowl with the lid. There's the creamer. And in just a second, you're going to see probably a small milk pitcher, or maybe a pitcher for hot water for the tea set, and then a couple little tiny little berry bowls there. It was pretty. And let's see, I don't recall finding anything on this shelf. No, don't think it did. There's a large furniture department in this store. Most of the furniture is new, but you'll see, obviously, right in front of us, we see some 60s and some 70s and some 80s. I just told you it was new. Ooh, slow down. More Christmas things. Every once in a while, you'll find some nice antiques in this particular store, and they're not terribly expensive. Well, I'm in the store that had the silent auction for all that Florentine glass, and you can see it is gone, which means I lost the auction. They've actually replaced it with a bunch of pink stuff that I think from this distance looks like reproduction. Oh well, you have to know when to, what, fold your cards and walk away from the table, if I might quote Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers. Isn't that what he said in, I don't know, one of those songs. Now that is a heartbreak. Why is it a heartbreak? What's wrong here? What's wrong? What's wrong? Can you tell what's wrong? Well, sadly, that is a china closet that has had its legs cut off. It's not a bookcase. At first thought, you look at it and you say, well, that's probably just a nice 1920s bookcase. And we know it's not because a couple of reasons. Number one, the sides are glass. You wouldn't have glass sides on a bookcase, but you would on a china closet. The other thing is just the proportion is just way off. This would have had 4 really nice, probably cabriole style legs. Probably this got pulled across the floor and one of the legs broke off, so they just cut them off. But rather than wind up in a fireplace or a landfill, it certainly would be okay as a bookcase. Okay, I'm going to check out and then show you what I bought. Well, let's take a little break here, and I'd like to show you a couple of the things that I've purchased so far today. A couple of items for Christmas. The one on the left probably dates to around the time I was born. I'd say he looks very sort of mid-60s. What do you think? Probably made in Japan. Someone has put a new piece of green felt on the bottom. I don't think he's homemade. I do think it's probably a Japan piece, again, mid-60s. And there's no damage on that. You can see it was $1.99. This is probably either one of the Atlantic mold or Holland mold. Not sure, but it's the nativity scene. Mary, Joseph, and Baby Jesus, rather. With this sort of spun fiberglass thread on the inside. When I saw it, of course I recognized the tree and the base. I think it's very well done. The little plastic birds are all glued in place. There's a space back here to put a light bulb and a cord out of the back. I've never seen this before, have you? So the light will shine down on the Christmas scene, and then the birds will be illuminated as well. That was actually $6, but I think I'm going to do okay on this. I have not looked to see how common they are or what they sell for, but I like it, and I'm sure someone is going to really want to add it to their homemade vintage ceramic Christmas collection. Okay, I think there's more in this car. For $4, I purchased this early 20th century cash box, lock box here, made in England. And I see these quite frequently. They're almost always painted in black with a gold stripe. Sometimes they're in really bad shape. This is actually pretty good because this is all a painted surface here. And there's a little bit of a dent right there. I have to get that tape off. The top of it will have to be cleaned up a little bit. It's nice the handle is there. Now, as I said, I see these cash boxes quite frequently. But something that I never find is the original till on the inside. Now you'll notice that the hinge back here needs to be repaired. It's come unsoldered from the back of the box. Easy repair job for somebody who has talent with a soldering gun. But look at this. We'll pull this out. This is the piece I never ever find. So I always find the boxes like this. Have you ever found the actual inner insides? This would be the till here, and so place to keep your bills. And this slides here for coins on the inside. Let me get it back into the view of the camera. So, wow, that was great. It's also a surprise to me to see that it was made in England. Can you see right there? I don't know, I think I'm casting a shadow, so it might not show up, but that's what it says. Probably Probably dates to somewhere around 1900, give or take. And I love this box, especially with that till on the inside. A little unusual. And now another whimsical piece here, probably a Christmas decoration because he is dressed up in red and he's tooting his holiday flute made of some kind of, well, not resin, but it's some type of a hard plastic. This is probably going to be from the 60s, that sort of exotica, you know, when the exotic Asian motifs were in late 50s into the 60s, and it's probably also Japan. I imagine if I study it for a while, I'll find a Japan on it somewhere, maybe even under that 250 sticker there. So we can see he's got his red sleeping cap on, and I would imagine this comes with a whole set of musicians, although I don't know that. I haven't looked anything up, but as soon as I saw it, I know those mid-century folks are going to just love him, right? Well, things aren't exactly going like a house on fire today, but as you know, I am very happy to come home with just a few things that I'm excited about, rather than a carload full where I think, oh, I spent too much money and I'm not really sure how well I can sell those items that I didn't buy. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Oh, I also bought that Nippon vase, yeah, from the first shop, and the little English teapot, but they're all wrapped up and I'll show them to you later. I've just stopped at my 5th shop. I'm filming in some, but it's a sort of unseasonably warm day here for early November, and lots of folks are out shopping. It's a Friday, and the stores are pretty crowded, so it's somewhat difficult to film. I'll try to film in the last few, and maybe there's a Picasso waiting around the corner. You just never know. Let's go. Well, it's the last stop of the day, I think, and look. Oh, of course I'm going to buy this. Now, I'm keeping it because you know I love 1930s Art Deco chrome bakelite, and it's all right here. This is a cream and sugar, and of course the coffee. And this is going to date to the early 1930s, and we love this, what's called butterscotch bakelite with the little black stripes on there. Many times one of these will be missing, or the lid on the coffee pot is missing, or you find them piecemealed. First time I have found all three together, so I'm excited about that. It is $14, but that's a wonderful price for me because I'm keeping it. Go home and clean it up. Get out my cobalt blue modern tone cups and saucers and have a 1930s coffee party. How's that sound? I love it. Oh, the big-headed 1970s Christmas choir. I know. I just can't warm up to these big-headed 70s things. I didn't even like them in the 70s.
Where the treetops glisten and children listen.
I guess it's an acquired taste. It's okay. Homemade ceramics. Let's see who made it. I can't. That looks like MF. MF made this set. It's $2.49. Oh no. $7.50 for the big-headed 70s choir. How many of you want me to buy this? Too bad I'm not doing it. Ooh. There's a Lefton sled. Or sleigh, and it is missing a big chunk. Forget that. Alright. Let's get out of here. Well, everyone, it is early Friday evening on the East Coast here, about 5:45. I am safely back in the city of Philadelphia, and I'm actually glad I spent the day elsewhere. There was a lot of action just a few blocks away from here. Things are relatively quiet right now, and but hey, it's all good. I'm here. We're doing well. No, my Christmas tree isn't up yet, but that's one of my favorite pictures of the supervisor, and if you'll look very carefully, you'll see him, and that big green eye is plastered on that sparkly piece of candy hanging there. He loves the Christmas tree, and he'll be happy when it goes up. Oh, in a few weeks from now, probably. Okay, that's it. Hey, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please have yourself a wonderful, safe weekend. It's going to be glorious weather here on the East Coast. I don't know about where you are, but it's unseasonably warm. Enjoy yourselves, and please stay safe. As always, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.